Welcome back, my name's Steve and thank you for joining me today on my photography journey. Today I want to talk about this. This is the Nikon Z6 III and I've rented it for a few days over Christmas and the New Year. I've taken plenty of pictures with it, so I want to tell you a little bit more about it. The first thing that we're going to cover is pixel shift shooting, because I had no idea what it was before I picked up this camera. I found it in the menu and I experimented a bit, and we're going to have a look at it together now. So what is it? Well, the camera will automatically shoot a series of raw images, and it will shift the sensor slightly for each of those images. And then the idea is that you can combine them all into a single very high resolution image. And with Nikon cameras, this means you need to use their NX Studio software in order to do that merging. But I believe it's fairly straightforward, so we're going to find out together. So how do we set this one up? Well, the first thing that we need to do is make sure that our camera is nice and stable. We want it to be on a tripod. What we're taking a picture of, we don't want to move at all, because we're going to be taking 16, 32 images, one after the other, and we want them all to be exactly the same, so that when they're all merged together, you get the best of all of them. So once we've got our camera set up, we need to go into the menu to find these bits and pieces. So into our menu button, and then we go to our photo shooting menu, and then scroll all the way down on here, all the way to the bottom to pixel shift shooting. Then we can go into that one, and then we've got options for the mode. So what we can do is set it to either on, so you can take lots of these pixel shift type pictures, or set it to 1. So it'll do one series of photos and then give you one image at the end of it. So that's what I'm going to set. Then you can choose the number of pictures that will be taken in that series. And this is either 16 or 32. So obviously the bigger the number, the more shots that you have, the higher resolution that final picture will be, but the longer it will take to capture it, process it, and all of that kind of thing. Then you've got a delay, and this is the delay from when you press your shutter button to take your picture to when it starts taking that first picture in that series. And then below that, you've got interval until next shot. So you can have a certain number of seconds between picture 1, picture 2, picture 3, and so on for those 16 or 32. I'm going to leave that on 0, but have a bit of a delay from when I press the shutter button to when it takes the pictures, so that even though the camera's on a tripod, there won't be any movement due to me pressing that button. And what you need to do before you do this is set everything up. Get the picture that you want to take in the frame, get all your framing right and everything like that. Find something to focus on. And then we OK to all of this, go back to our main screen, and it will tell us that press the shutter release button to start your pixel shift shooting. So then all we need to do is half press to actually focus, and then press it all the way down to start that series going. I've got a 2-second delay from when I do that until when the first picture is taken. On this top screen on the Z6 III, just here, we can see the progress of our shooting. So once we've pressed that shutter button all the way down, it'll give us our 2-second delay. And then you'll see the numbers counting down from the 32 that I've chosen all the way down to 0, and that's it taking those pictures for the pixel shift shooting. And once we've done that, we can load up Nikon NX Studio, merge it all together, and see what we've got at the end. So now that we've got NX Studio set up, we can then select our pixel shift photos, which have got a annotation to them to say that they are pixel shifts. That's all of them selected. See, that's the 32. Then we can click on merge up here, and it says it's going to use these 32, generate one image, and we're going to put it back into the same folder. So let's press start. And what it's doing now is merging those 32 images all together to create a single one. This really is as straightforward as that. And then we have here our image. It's not the most exciting image, I will definitely tell you that for nothing. But this is what we've got, and this is showing it at 34%. So if we zoom into 100%, just look at the kind of detail that we've got on here. So this is at 100%. So you can see all of the information. You could probably wonder how much we can zoom in here. 200%. So look at the signs on there, which if we go back to fitting on our screen, back to 34%, we've got a very different option there. So then we can edit this in Lightroom and have a look at it and see what we want to do with this picture. So let's do that now. So we can add a photo from our desktop, and one of the ones in here will be the one that we want. So let's have a look. So we've got this merged one, which is 518 megabytes compared to the 19.7 on all of the other ones. Let's see if we can import it without any problems. Add one photo. So now we are in that picture. We can see our information on it. We're at 32 millimeters, a 13th of a second, f9, ISO 100. So let's just do some of the basic settings on here. Again, we're very zoomed out at the moment. We can zoom right in if we want to. But basically what we've got is a really high quality image with 32 pictures making up the single one. You get a lot of detail. So that's the benefit of it. You can see all the branches in these trees. It was a bad day for taking pictures, to be honest. I just wanted to play around with it. But what we can do is we can crop it as much as we like. We can zoom in on different bits. We can edit it however we like, because it's a raw file, because it's a merge of those 32 different images. We have plenty of things to play with that will work as we want it to. So that was just a quick overview of pixel shift shooting today. I hope you learned something new. I certainly did. And over the coming weeks, I'm going to go into a bit more detail on some of the other things in the Nikon Z6 III. We've got focus shift shooting. We've got differences between this, the Z30, the Z5, that I want to explore in a bit more detail, as well as look at actual image quality from when I've taken it out and things. So get subscribed to see those. And I'll see you again next time on my photography journey. Bye.